My name's Josh.
And my name's Shuhan.
And we are the CultrTalk podcast.
A space where we talk all things lifestyle, culture and entertainment.
Make sure to follow us on all streaming platforms at CultrTalk.
Let's get into the episode.
Enjoy. I mean, yeah, that's a good question.
I mean,
it's mad.
This might be the start.
Yeah.
This is it. We're starting.
Yeah, we're starting. Welcome back. Hello.
Welcome back.
Not even welcome back. Welcome to the CultrTalk podcast.
So we ain't changed too much.
No.
We just added the and podcast in front of our names.
Exactly. New direction.
New direction. We're back.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. I think it's been a whole year.
Literally an entire year. More than even.
It's been over a year.
Yeah, over a year.
So we've been out for over a year.
Over for time.
A lot. I think if you met us that then to now, how much has changed is
immeasurable, man. So much has changed. We haven't even caught up like that over the last year and a half just because we've been so busy.
Yeah, a lot of people thought we weren't friends anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, people always ask like, yo, what's happened to the podcast? You know, what's going on? And yeah, it's just been time.
We've had talks throughout the year.
Yeah.
Let's
exactly
get back on it, blah, blah. But I think recently, we took our time with this.
Exactly. Took our time.
This episode has been 2 months in the planning.
Yeah,
literally. How many meetings have we had in Costa and like...
Exactly. Just to plan this episode and say, clean slate. We're starting again.
So, a lot of people might be here that have seen us before.
Yeah.
Or who have watched our episodes and know who we are and know me and you as the uni Josh and Shuhan.
Yeah.
But now obviously that's... How long ago did you graduate?
I mean, we graduated 2019, so, a long time. Can you believe it's been 2 years? It's been
2 years since we graduated.
Yeah.
So we're no longer that version of ourselves.
Exactly.
We were at a crossroad, I think. We were we're still talking about uni stuff. We're not youth students anymore.
Exactly.
I get people still message us for advice, but
it's
things
not...
have changed, man.
Yeah, and we have more stuff to talk about. We have more experience doing things, and there's places we can take this podcast with more guests and also just from our own experiences. So we're ready to take it there.
We're ready to take it there. But we thought the first episode back, let's not jump into a topic or anything. Yeah. We're obviously going to gain a new audience, I think, or people have matured with us over the last 2-3 years. Yeah. But what would you say we are now overall? Just to give people the understanding. What are we now overall?
I mean, we are a general lifestyle and culture podcast, touching on various topics. Whilst we did used to talk about uni, as that's where we were from, and it was very specific to that, we want to broaden this out. So whether it's professional development, personal life, just everyday topics that we can touch on and delve into and and shed some light on from our own perspective and also from the perspective of others. Yeah. So yeah.
And that's not to say like if someone that's in university now, that's doing stuff like a movement or something like that, we'll have them on 100%.
Oh, of course.
But it'd be more in the aspect of we don't give the advice anymore.
Exactly, because we're not. Yeah, exactly. We're not in that space, and it's almost mad to say we're not in that space because this started there. This started there, and so many of you guys have followed us on that premise.
It was January.
January the 19th, 2019.
Did we start this?
Yeah.
And that was 2022.
16th of Jan, 2022.
We're filming it.
And we're filming it.
We're going to release this next week, which is mad.
It's crazy.
It's mad. It's come about. But I think the way we've got it planned now is future-proof.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
There's going to be problems we're going to face, but I think so far it's future-proof.
Hopefully it's future-proof. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the content we have prepared. And, also feel free to ask us questions and stuff that we can have in the episodes and we can answer. And I think
we want to make it more like interactive.
Exactly.
More people be more involved.
More interactive, more personable. We want you guys to have a say in the content we do as well. So that's the goal at the end of the
100%.
day.
So way we planned this one, we're going to take it literally back to the start.
Grassroots, square one.
The grassroots, literally. Who are we? How we met? What we did? Yeah. How we started this? And how everything's going? Yeah. So let's take it back to how me and you met.
Yeah.
How me and Joshua Wayoe met. So we met in year 7.
Year 7, yeah.
Year 7?
2009.
2009?
Yeah.
Oh, don't
it's
say
mad,
that.
Innit?
I'm getting so
Look at
old.
us, we're old.
I'm getting so old. So
mad.
2009 we met. I think year 7 we weren't, I don't want to say we're friends.
Nah, I wouldn't say we're friends. We knew of each other, not in the same circles though.
No,
entirely different circles.
Completely 2 different circles. But we knew of each other. We were in the same school. When I kind of find it difficult to put my finger on when we became friends.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because I feel like we weren't in the same classes as well, because I think as when we got to like year 9, year 10, where they started mixing up the classes, so you were on an entirely different side of the year before we started talking. So I think it must have been year 9 when we had science class together.
We started doing the mixed sets.
And then mixed sets and stuff, and then football was another thing we used to bang. Come on, the link up. If any of you guys could actually see videos,
we did amazing. Like, but do you remember those? Do you remember the football we used to play back in
the football we used to play?
The link up play,
class
1-2,
1-2, one touch, bang. Them Clarks, the girls used to finesse in them Clarks. Yeah, my grandma always used to be like, "Why is there holes in your shoes?" I'm like, "Grandma, I'm banging goals. Don't worry about it."
I remember I used to like have a new pair of shoes, and
all the time.
After the first week,
it's done. It's done.
Battered.
Just kicking balls all day, every day.
Yeah. So I think it was a combination of being in the same class, football and stuff. Yeah. I think we started to connect on that level.
100%.
Like, we got on, and I think, like we were saying, we used to play like football at lunchtime in the back playground. We used to walk, so like lunch would be over, and you'd have to go to your next lesson. Me and Josh would be sweating because we just played football in our plastic
stinky teenagers been kicking plastic bottles around the playground.
No, you know the plastic bottle uniforms. Our uniform was made out of plastic
literally
bottles.
made out of plastic. Yeah,
that was like melting in the sun. I remember we'd walk around looking for one water fountain that actually worked in our school
because none of them worked.
There was about 7,
and they're definitely not hygienic. No. They definitely have Rona, fam. Those definitely have Rona.
Imagine back those. The amount of people because there'd only be one that would work.
Yeah, literally.
We'd go to a fountain. And then we'd look at each other like, we're a bit late. And we'd walk into science. It was always science. Like, science was the last period of the day.
Always.
So it was always like, we had football and science.
Yeah.
And we're walking like, just like sweating, just had a bit of water. And like,
Miss will be like, where have you guys been?
Bless her.
Yeah, bless her.
She never ever like made it a thing. Obviously, we didn't take the piss. Sometimes we were on time.
Sometimes.
But she'll just look at us like,
yeah, what are you guys been? Yeah, we're just like, we're drinking water.
Drinking water.
Just keep hydrated. Yeah. No.
So I think that's where we built our like, I'd say friendship, quote unquote.
For sure.
From there. Sure. And then we went on. I think we started meeting outside of.
Yeah, outside kicking ball outside of school and stuff. And I think we also connected just off, the way we were brought up, like similar. Yeah, similar.
Very
households.
very similar upbringing.
Like I was born to Ghanaian parents, Ghanaian household,
Bengali
parents, and similar things in the way we grew up and lived our lives. So
100%. And then I think we went then. So obviously we finished school together, and then we stayed at the same sixth form.
Yeah,
and we ended up doing business together.
Yeah, exactly.
In school, I think that's when we really.
I think that was
when it was like
100%.
Yeah, because like, bro, like, that was one of the best times.
We literally did nothing, but at the same time we mashed work. We mashed work.
We got it done. Like, I remember like we'd be done, so like we can come in, get registered, and then do
exactly and just leave.
And my favorite part of that period was remember the subway run.
Yeah, all my days.
Do you remember? It's not that price anymore.
No. That's how it's the country's finished. Yeah.
How much do you remember it used to be?
A foot long sub is now like £6.
Yeah, I know. Like it used to be a £5.
Imagine
with a drink.
My assessment of how the economy is doing is based on a foot long sub.
But you've got to look at it like that. How much was a foot long breakfast sub?
It was £3 now. Yeah, it was £3 for a mega melt. For a mega melt. Yeah.
Now when you go there, it's like £4 something.
Yeah. And how much were we getting for lunch them times? In sixth form, I was getting £4 a day.
What, for a thing?
For lunch.
Yeah, some people are lucky. My dad still gave me £1 a day. Do you remember that famous story?
Yeah.
My dad would give me
Tell it.
My dad would, so that we'd get lunch money.
Yeah.
I remember you could stretch £1 so far.
You could.
And those times, £1, I'd go to the shop, have a whole bag full of stuff.
Yeah, you can get anything. You could get. Look, I'll tell you right now how you play it. You get Space Raiders 20p.
Go on.
Yeah. Get a Boost 39p.
Yeah.
So now you're at 59p.
Was it still 49p back then?
Yeah, 39p back then. Maybe even cheaper.
Yeah.
Then you can get a couple sweets, like the long red, tubes. You can get a couple of those, 10p. So that's a healthy, well-balanced 5-a-day meal. So then, and it just keeps you going for the day.
So my dad would wake up every single morning and literally give me £1 coin every morning. Like I said to him sometimes, like, why don't you just give me a 5 at the start of the week? It makes sense. But you know what?
It actually teaches
I respect it because I made the pound last each and every day. Yeah, £1. If I got a 5 at the start of the week, I'm living lavish on Monday.
You'll get that foot long subway on Monday and then Tuesday to Friday.
I'm living lavish on Monday, and then by the time it hits Tuesday morning, I'm like,
you're living off scraps.
I ain't got peace.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I respect.
Free school meals.
I think he was trying to instill something in me that I didn't have.
It's definitely an important life lesson.
That's the thing. Sometimes I think back on stuff that's happened. I'm like, oh, why did my dad do it like that?
Yeah.
But then it makes you think.
But then it makes it 100%. Yeah.
A £1 coin. He'd wake up every morning.
Yeah.
And he'd give me a £1 coin. Like he didn't do the school run either.
Not at all. Yeah.
No, but he'd make sure he wakes up to give me the £1 coin.
I mean, it's love, innit? Like the same as my grandma. £3 from year 7 to year 11.
A day.
A day. But I also didn't have free school meals for some reason because they couldn't process.
No, I had free school meals.
I didn't have free school meals until year 11, I think, because of some
madness,
which is mad because I was on benefit. So it's like, why do I not have free school meals? But yeah, like, so £3 a day, make it stretch. Either get a Tesco meal deal and you're done.
I remember Tesco meal deals. I think you brought me into Tesco.
Yeah, I brought you onto Tesco.
Yeah, you did. The Crouch End Tesco.
Yeah, Crouch End Tesco.
I never used to get like meal deals and stuff like that before that.
Or you go KFC, get a snack box.
The one, is it still $1.99?
$1.99.
Yeah, $1.99.
Get a snack box.
Snack box.
And
but they closed at KFC.
Yeah, they closed it.
Remember, everyone used to run. See, I feel like our school time was just based around food.
Literally based around food and football.
Food and football.
Food, football and fun.
Yeah, so there we met. That's when I think sixth form was when we like got the connection, and then we did business. I mean, you did
I did media A level and we did business B Tech.
But then you still finished with me, didn't you?
No, I finished it. Yeah.
So what did you drop in IT?
IT. Yeah. We all dropped IT.
What a shambles that was.
Terrible.
Do you remember?
Terrible. Literally the worst.
There was so out of the whole sixth form there was me. I won't name the names. It was me, you. Yeah. It's like 4 or 5 of us.
Yeah, I think 4 or 5 of us
in the whole classroom. Can you imagine that?
That was it.
Like, no one did IT, and then I remember. Didn't they stop the course at the end?
Yeah, they stopped it.
And they
lost. I think it was only 2 people left who actually continued to A2.
Yeah, after we dropped out. But they lost our thing.
They lost our exams or our coursework.
Was it exam or coursework?
I think what was it? I think it was coursework because the coursework was supposed to accompany the exam. Like we were supposed to use the coursework.
It got sent off to somewhere.
Yeah, I think it got sent to like. I don't even know who the exam board, AQA or whoever it is.
Yeah, Pearson's or something.
Yeah, Pearson's or whoever it is, and they lost it. Literally lost it.
And we didn't get a grade. I don't think we got a grade for it. So A2, I came in, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, literally. What did I get for AS? E, I think, for AS IT, which is mad because IT, like...
Look at you now.
Like, not even just that. Like, we were so good at IT.
Yeah,
like, how did
it just wasn't... It wasn't taught properly.
Nah, not at all.
So then I finished with triple business. Did you do double, triple in the end?
I did triple because I dropped IT and then did triple business and then media A level.
And I just did triple.
And you just did triple business. Yeah.
I mean, that was enough to get into.
That was good. Yeah.
But at that
discussion, yeah.
Things at that moment, in my head, I didn't have any. I just wasn't thinking of what university am I going to. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't. Yeah. I was thinking maybe more of like I'll finish, do my A levels, and probably just like go out there and start working.
Yeah, which is perfectly valid, by the way. Like, I think a lot of people feel pressured, not just for themselves, but by parents as well, and based on circumstance, to go to uni. But it's not the only way to make it in this life. It's just not.
No.
But yeah, I think at that time, you were telling me, you're not sure what you want to do. And I was like, nah. We can go uni.
You were always the one that was like, I feel in our friendship, you've always been the one that's like, I'm not saying I don't aspire higher, but you've aspired higher than high. I'd have like a ceiling, and I'll try and reach that ceiling. Yeah, you ain't seen no ceiling.
Nah, because you know what it is. When I sat there and really thought about it, I was like, look, we've absolutely just destroyed this course. Yeah, we can get far. And I was like, I'm not dropping that ball. Like, we can literally get there. We have all it takes to do that. And then I just became so laser focused on it, and you as well. Like once I was like UCL, you were like, yeah, come. Like, we're doing it. Yeah. And we set the sights. I
remember it was, we were in sixth form still, and it came to applying for unis. I still didn't put UCL down.
You didn't,
even though you were like, oh God, we can do this. I was like, yeah, come on. Yeah, okay, Josh. All right then, mate.
Talking rubbish.
And then, I applied for like my other options, and I had one. Remember, you have like the last one, you just put anything down.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Bun it. Put UCL in there then. Go on.
See what happens.
So I put UCL in there, and we checked the grade requirements. I was like, but my question was like, I'm doing a BTEC. Yeah. I'm not doing an A level. Yeah. So they won't take me.
Exactly.
But we read the entry requirements, but anything that's equivalent to that, they take it.
So we were like, that is a massive in.
Well,
And it was a course that we wanted to do as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like information management for business.
Exactly.
So we applied for it, and I remember we both got in.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
But you got in first.
Actually, I completely
You got
forget
in
that.
first, yeah.
I
So
completely forget that.
I was like,
go on.
yeah. So this is a mad story
that
because
is
obviously I had brought UCL up to you.
Yeah, and I was always like,
and you were like, kind of, nah, not really.
Yeah.
But then we were finally like, look, this is the goal. Let's try work towards it. So Shuhan was like, calm. Like we worked really hard. We worked hard at the coursework. So we were getting good grades.
Yeah, we got top
and
grades.
then you applied, I think September, October time. And then you got your offer around, I think, November. I think you got it in November. Pretty, like, it was mad quick. The time I was like 4 weeks.
It came quick. I was like, right, I've got
and I was just waiting. I remember working in home base on like a £5 an hour salary, just checking my phone. So you got your result in November. Come April next year, so that must have been like April 2015 probably. I'm in home base on my shift. I'm not even supposed to have my phone in my pocket, but I got to keep it because I knew that April or March was basically the last deadline for those things for results to come in. So I checked my phone and it's got the UCAS has emailed me and I'm like, oh my dude, I'm so nervous. And it was a rejection.
You know, I crack up.
Rejection.
I feel so bad, yeah, but I crack up. So I know how much it hurt you.
Bro, it hurt me too.
And
My soul.
You're in home base. You're just like,
I just look at the phone. I'm like, dead this shift. I want to go home. I want to go home.
Ruined your day.
I was just, I ruined my day. I just wanted to leave the shift and just go home.
Yeah.
But when I got home, I was like, no, hold on. No, I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
This is what I rate about you, yeah. Your perseverance. Like, in general, I knew that already.
Yeah.
Because from when we grew up and what you've been through and what you've done. But it really showed in that period. Your perseverance.
I was not having it.
Mate, if you didn't have no one's getting into yourself if they didn't have what you did.
I was not having it. I was like, look, and no, this conversation is what you said to me. You said to me, watch, yeah. Because I was so deflated and I spoke to you and you said, watch.
Was it not the open day we went to?
Yeah, so exactly. What happened was you had... so offer holders could go to an applicant day and they could invite a plus one.
Yeah.
So you invited me.
Yeah.
Obviously I didn't have an offer, so that's why. And we went and they were speaking about the course and it was mad interesting.
I remember at one point we looked at each other like, but we've got to come here.
Yeah. We were like, what are we gonna do here? But we've got to try.
Yeah. I mean, I looked around. I didn't fit in.
Yeah.
At all.
Like,
everyone looked different to me. Yeah. Everyone dressed different to me. Everyone spoke different to me.
Exactly.
And I was like, oh, like we've got to come here.
We've got to do it.
We've got to come here. And I think we were sat somewhere, and I said to you, what did I say to you?
We were sat in uni. I feel like I remember this conversation. It's probably in the sixth form common room or somewhere like that. And you were like, watch. Like, you're like, don't even be deflated. Watch, yeah. A year from now, we're going to be sat at UCL on the course, like, laughing at this situation.
Yeah, I remember saying that.
I was like, man, like, I can't see it.
I couldn't see it.
And you were like, bro, trust me. Like, trust me.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
In that moment, I didn't have a clue how you're going to do it.
But that's what I mean.
Just to be honest.
It just didn't seem, like, viable. So even though you were saying it, I was like, you know what? I've got to take it on board and just try it anyway. And I figured out a way to get there in the end.
Mate, you done it, bro.
Mad finesse.
The thing is, what's funny is you made it, but on a different course.
On the wrong course entirely. I was in urban planning. That's how I got in.
But what saved you was because they gave you a trial week.
Yeah, a trial week
on IMB.
On IMB, yeah.
And they said obviously do the trial week, and then you did a coursework and you absolutely smashed it.
Yeah, but then they sent me back after.
But then you showed your coursework and what you've done for it, and they were like, all right, cool, we're gonna have to.
They're like, yeah, fair enough, but we're gonna keep you. But I couldn't have been my drawing skills, man. Urban planning was a madness. Yeah. There's no way I could have stayed there.
We make it sound like, oh, you went from boom boom, like to get from to even get onto urban planning, the emails you had to send, the back and forth.
Yeah. UCAS adjustment was the way I did it.
Yeah, adjustment.
And it was just long.
That was a whole process.
It was lengthy, but we both got there.
We made it, and then mate, 3 years.
3 years, yeah. On a bachelor's degree. What did we even get up to, honestly? Sometimes I think back to how we got through uni. I'm just like...
Oh, my... I think first year was a shock to the system.
100%.
Because we've just come off 2 years.
Yeah.
And the course we did in sixth form was just coursework.
Yeah.
No exams. IT, there wasn't...
And also, I think the other thing I'll say about us too is I don't think we're the most academically inclined people.
No.
We're not we've never been bang out. So it's just like when we got to uni, we're learning from square one now.
Yeah.
Like,
no, literally,
we're literally learning from square one.
I've never been the one to say, oh yeah, I've got an exam coming up. I don't think anyone says that.
No, some people say.
Yeah.
Some people definitely say
Revising for me
which
was
is fair,
non-existent.
But yeah, it's not been our
forte.
Like I feel like I learned how to revise in year 2. Remember, we took year 2 proper serious.
Because year 1 was ropey.
What did we get? Like Desmond, 2-2, 2-2, yeah.
It was ropey. I remember because we had coursework. So when we had the coursework coming up, we're like, okay, it is quite a lot. Yeah. It is quite intense, but we've done coursework, so we can find our feet.
Yeah.
So when that was happening, I was like, yeah, cool. This is tough.
Yeah.
But we've done coursework before.
Exactly.
Yeah. But then when exam season hit, first year, how many exams we hit with again?
We had
9 or something.
8 or 9 exams just back to back on topics. I was like,
on top of our coursework.
Yeah.
And when that happened, I was like,
where to begin?
I was like, I've not done this before.
Literally,
I've not never. That's when I was like, rah.
It felt like we were out of our depth, like 100%. Imposter syndrome hitting hard, and we'll have a whole episode on that, I'm sure.
I was like, reality's just hit.
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't meant to be here in the first place.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Can we do this? And that was what was going through my mind.
This is now slapping me in the face.
Yeah.
And then that year was a struggle. We both admit that.
100%.
We got, what's a 2-2?
Yeah, got 2-2.
And then we realised that obviously we're here now. We've got to make the end, like at least have a 2-1.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We've got to make it worthwhile.
We've got to set a goal and try to work towards it. Do you know what I mean? We're here. We have a lot riding on it, like personally, just for goals we want to hit, but also, I guess, making family proud of where we come from.
We sound chilled out about it, but we obviously have
Exactly.
We have and had aspirations moving forward. So I think when it came to year 2, we're just like to each other like, nah.
Yeah.
No, this is serious now.
We have to hit it.
We mash.
Year 2, we mash.
We mash work.
We fully had ways to revise. We met up, like proper tickets. Remember, sometimes we were just not on job. No, we were just not on job.
No.
We just be chilling until 5 a.m. in the library, just doing
you know what?
in the room, just doing
that's
nothing.
That's one big thing I miss the most.
Yeah,
it's just them all-nighters we used to do.
Exactly,
they used to be so fun.
That was you get no work done.
I mean, sometimes it hit like 5 in the morning.
Yeah,
we done absolutely nothing from we came lunchtime the previous day and we were there till 5 in the morning, and I'd just be getting annoyed at Miz Miz, just finish. So I could go home now.
Yeah, so we could go home.
I remember doing that, but that year was good for both of us. Really I think we really picked up. That was 2018. 2018. Yeah. So that's the year we really picked up. I think I really got into the swing of university.
Yeah.
And started exploring what I'm more into with future-wise, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So that year went well, and then all of a sudden we're in 3rd year.
Exactly. And it was the last stretch.
Where's time gone?
Exactly.
And 3rd year is where this came about.
Literally.
And the only regret I have, and I don't think it's a regret, I think things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
But what I really wished was that we started this in 1st year.
Same.
Because
and it's something a lot of people said to me who watched the podcast, is like, it would have been sick if you did this when you came.
I think about I actually think about that all the time.
I really wish.
I'm always just there like, why on earth do you not do this?
Exactly.
Imagine the stories we would have had to say.
And it was so the stories, and it was just so refreshing to see people actually they really enjoyed the podcast and the content we were making, and it was relatable. That's all we wanted it to be, to ease people into uni and give them a perspective.
No.
And I think we managed to do that. The goal we set for it, I think we managed to do.
I think when we started this, every idea where we wanted it to go in all aspects, I think we hit.
Yeah, I think we hit.
100%.
We hit.
During when we were at university doing this, we hit. Yeah. We would literally, imagine we were doing work for our final year, but making time, coming in and booking out one of the rooms on a weekend to film, edit and release the episode.
It's mad.
We had some amazing people along the way.
Yeah, 100%.
Courtney,
Jack Edwards.
Courtney was that episode was when I was really like, we're doing something right here.
Yeah.
And for someone like her to be on there was quite
it was really inspiring to hear the stuff what she's doing now. I mean,
she didn't have to give us the time.
Not at all.
She didn't have to give us the time.
A lot of people didn't. Ibs Mo didn't.
Yeah.
Jack Edwards didn't. Mei Ying Chow didn't have to. Simeon didn't have to. There's so many people
that jumped on
and just gave us their insight.
And it was nice having people coming on like that, and it's like, I've got something going here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And what's funny is the idea started off with this whole thing it was 3rd year, and I had just gotten into like listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
You know what's mad? Since I was talking about podcasts back then, wasn't that big. Not many people liked it. Not many people listened to it. Nobody spoke about it. I was listening to it.
Yeah.
I love the concept of it.
Yeah.
Brought up to, so what happened was I was sitting down with some of our other friends at uni. You were like in uni still, but in like another section. And I was like, oh, I'm loving listening to podcasts. And I just deeped it one time. I was like, what we've been through, literally through life and together, and how we still feel at uni and what we've experienced, because we've experienced some madness. Yeah. I was like, wouldn't it be good to like, we like talking. Yeah. We always have them deep chats.
Always.
Anyway.
Always.
Without even today, driving here.
Exactly.
Yeah, 3 years on from uni, we're still having.
Doesn't matter how long we haven't seen each other for or whatever it is, we will always
have that. Yeah. So I was like, you know what, I want to do a podcast. Like, what concept that would be. I don't know how we're gonna do it. Exactly. What we're gonna do. But one thing I know about you is if I come with you with a good idea, you're in it 100%.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You're in it 100%.
You're always the idea generator. You always have
but I that's what. But then I need you there to give me that. Yeah, you know what, Shuhan, let's do it.
The idea generation, like you came to me with that, and I was like, you know what, you're so right. Like, there's definitely a platform for this.
So I go, I want to do this. So I message you. I'm like, oh, Josh, where are you? I need to speak to you. I've got this concept. I go, oh yeah, come, I'm here. I remember we were sat there for like a couple hours, a few hours there. Like, I want to do this. We started talking about the concept, what we would talk about, names, ordering stuff. Like on that first day, bro, we
had ordered mics.
Was it on the first day?
No, on the first day we'd ordered mics. We had ordered, like, it's the quickest we've just gotten. We spoke about it.
I think like something was just
something clicked, and we're just like,
let's do it. And I remember, obviously, it's so funny because we were so new in the game. We had ordered them snowball mics.
Yeah. And the video quality of the first episode was tragic. It's my camcorder. Yeah, your camcorder, which is mad.
So we had snowball mics. So what was wrong with the snowball mics is we were plugging it into each of our laptops, right, and we were speaking into it. Yeah. So what? Obviously, when I speak, his one's going to pick up me and vice versa. Exactly. So we're like literally going, muting, chopping and changing.
And it was just overlapping, and it was a whole process. We were new to it.
You know what, that episode is one of our most liked episodes.
It is. And it's one of our most watched.
And
it's crazy because at that point, we were motivated by the goal of setting up a podcast and trying to give a sense of our experiences and others. That was our only motivation. And later on, enough people watched that we also managed to monetize our hobby, 100%. Which was another amazing thing that, was possible because of you guys.
Yeah, and that's never been the main agenda for us to monetize.
It was never the main agenda.
That's why I think it's because it's so natural and we want to do it. Exactly. It's why it's went so well. And obviously it did stop, but I think that's normal for what we progress in life. Yeah. So had the chat, set it up, did the first episode, put it out, and then after that, episode, and it was just we were growing. Like you can see, what's mad is from episode 1 to episode 2, we had a new equipment straight away,
new mics, new everything.
Like we did the first episode, we're like, nah,
we can't keep this up.
We didn't give up,
but we still wanted to keep going.
Yeah, and now look how we were like. So was it 1,700 subscribers deep on YouTube? Yeah, we've got about.
Well over 100k views, and
people listen.
Do you know what? People still listen to us, and it's crazy. Things have slowed down, and we're not monetized anymore.
No,
but it's like almost like we're back to square one. This is why we're reintroducing ourselves because
the way we flatline, because it's been over a year that we've done
content.
CultrTalk has produced nothing completely for over a year. Yeah. So we are literally from ground zero right now. Trying to build it back up.
And we started, when we did the YouTube channel, because it was uni-based, we had vlogs, we had podcasts. It was a mix of content.
We lost our way, I think.
Yeah, 100%. And
that's not a problem.
That's not a problem.
It's good to realise it, though.
But now more platforms, we want to be, podcasts first.
Focus,
And focus. So Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube, obviously, as well, for people who want to watch and listen.
So what we used to say back in the day was we used to say like, oh, this is for our YouTube listeners because they could see us.
Exactly.
So on Spotify now, you guys can actually
watch this,
see the video as well. So that's something that's changed benefit. Since we last did an episode.
Literally.
What else has changed since we did an episode? I mean, like I said, our channel is going to be more just podcast focused.
Exactly.
Schedule wise, we've said we're going to do.
Yeah.
We're
gonna have to figure out.
It out. Yeah. So we're gonna.
Yeah.
Basically, I think we said before we're back.
Yeah.
And we haven't been back because I think we haven't had the right planning in place.
Exactly.
And we haven't thought about it properly. But we've gone back to a drawing board and thought, you know what, if we're doing it from ground zero, this episode, like what we're saying now, if you go back to our first episode when we did before, pretty much saying the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's a reintroduction, isn't it?
Exactly. It's a reintroduction. We want new people to find us and discover us and be interested. So yeah, that's why we're starting from ground zero. And it just feels like 2 years on, literally to the week that we started this. Is it 2 years or 3 years? 3 years on to the week. That is so like actually
still doing it, man.
Think about it. It's mad.
We're still here.
3 years to the week we started this. We're back.
And we're gonna hopefully keep it going.
Yeah,
that's what the plan is. I mean, we've got good topics coming up.
100%.
So like I said, we're moving away from being a uni focus.
Yeah.
So it's lifestyle, entertainment, and culture.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a mixed match of things. We want to start doing guests as well. So
exactly.
I think if anyone wants to come on, we're like literally message us.
Yeah.
We'll set something up because
exactly.
we're open to anyone and any experience to come on the podcast. Because I think when we have a guest on, I've missed having a guest. We haven't had a guest for a while.
So much. It just shakes things up.
Yeah.
And just get a different perspective. It's always welcome.
100%. So, I mean, look, I think we've done quite well for the first one back.
Yeah.
Literally half an hour episode, to be honest. I mean,
perfect.
Our timing is going to be there or thereabouts.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll change it. I think we've got a few coming up. We've got a plan. There's going to be a new structure to it. But this one, I just wanted it to be no structure.
Yeah.
Literally talk about whatever comes up. But
exactly. And just keep it simple.
CultrTalk's back, man.
We're back.
Where do you think we went?
Exactly. You thought we were always here.
You thought
we were always here.
You thought me and him fell out.
Exactly. Nah.
Do you know how many questions like people ask me?
No.
Did you and your friend Josh like fall out?
Nah.
I was like,
no.
I was like, we're both, we've left university. I mean, we haven't even gone into our careers and stuff yet, but that's for another.
That's another episode.
Like, that's another episode in itself. But we're both working man now.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
It's mad, and that's taken up a bulk of our time and trying to fit.
And that's a lot of stuff we've learned.
100%.
Since starting work, now we're excited to share. I've got a lot of people guest wise, I've got quite a few people lined up.
We love that, and there's some people I have in mind.
So there you go. So now, man, it's good to be back.
Man, it's good. Being back filming episodes
again. But we're gonna love you and leave you for this one.
100%.
I think this is released on the 23rd.
Yeah.
And then you'll expect another one shortly after.
100%. And make sure to follow us on all socials and stuff at CultrTalk, CULTR Talk. That's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Insta, all of the platforms. So yeah, just to keep up to date and make sure you're part of the squad.
Yeah. We'll catch you in the next one.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
In a bit.
Bye.